What the is council culture, dog? Say what I want about you. I'm like Oprah, dog. I treat you like I'm Jigga. Watch I own it all. Oh, you worry about a critic? That ain't protocol.
Going there like deposit. You don't really brag about it when you know you got it. Real hard to read a nigga hooked on phonics. Say a lot of things and never catch like Sonic. Zoom, I'm gone. When the members on and get it going Donkey Kong. They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car and whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down. Tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you shit wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose it like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool.
We're situated about 8 miles west of New York City at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford. Today, we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the Philadelphia Eagles and the New York Giants. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. From the 6. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Begin on the ground with Gainwell. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the game's first play. And it's 2nd down now. So, Charles, you look at this offense, and really on paper, at least, a great situation for them upcoming. They're unbeaten on the year, an open week coming up after this. So I guess my question, any worry that maybe this is coming at the wrong time?
Oh, definitely I would be worried about this game, maybe more than any other on the schedule, because I know my guys are looking ahead to that open week. I've got to keep them focused on the task ahead, make sure they take care of business in this one. Otherwise, you're talking about a double trap. The trap of losing the game and then having the open week and having to stew about it.
So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Throwing is Hurts. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. With it is Jackson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. So they take the flag and the yardage that comes with it. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Up the middle with Barkley. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down. Now, this defense for the Eagles, they were very good a week ago in that win over Minnesota.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
Running again with Barkley on second down. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. The Giants at a disappointing 1-4 as they start play. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Simple drag route here, lined up out left and tried to work his way back across the field. You probably saw me twitch there, partner, because I think he wanted the ball a little bit sooner. By the time he looked it in, defender was right on him.
Off the play fake, Alexander. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. They go back to the ground now with Barkley. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. An effective 7-yard third down conversion. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Hobbs. And the Eagles will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception. Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
And this is going to be an Eagles first down as he's able to get this up past the 40.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
On 1st and 10, it's Gainwell. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
If you're in the offensive huddle, you're smiling after that play because you've certainly got them guessing now. 2nd and short, could they just hand it off for another big gain? Or did they take advantage of this spot to take a big shot downfield?
On 2nd down, Gainwell looking for space. And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1.
Defensively, we always know that he is tough in run support, and I think the way that he gets there is he understands what an offense is going to do before the ball's even snapped. A great job of scouting prior to the game, then reading, reacting, and taking the right path to the ball carrier.
And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down. Now a timeout called for by the defense. So as they take it over, we step aside. They will run for it with Gainwell. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. No score after one on EA Sports. So this offense able to convert on fourth, and now a fresh set of downs here. 1st and 10. Hurts sets up to throw it. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the USC man, Adoree Jackson. And the Giants are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Ball at the 33, 2nd and 9. This is Wilkins, able to avoid him at the 40. And this will be a Giants 1st down as the tackle made it about the 43-yard line.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
A couple of 1st downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. Barkley in. Able to corral him right at the midfield stripe following that sparkling display of footwork we saw. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
2nd down, here's Barkley again. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line.
I haven't met a defense coordinator yet that thinks 2nd and 2 is a fun situation to try and defend. Playbook is wide open for an offense, partner.
Nice job. Hold him to 1 after that 8-yard pickup on 1st down. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw right side is going to be caught by Judy. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. Okay, so the personal foul penalty, and those are some important yards lost right there.
Yeah, it all comes down to discipline, doesn't it? And every team tells us that they coach it, they preach it. In this case, it slipped a little bit.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10.
Mike 17. Mike 17. Let's go. Switch it. Come on, switch it. 18 Cardinal.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll get this forward only for about a yard, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Kenny Clark, the big D tackle there to make the stop. On the carry, it's Wilkins. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. A gain of 2 there on the heels of a 1-yard pickup on 1st.
Not a big run, not an explosive run, but they've held the ball for plenty of plays on this drive. They're just trying to impose their will on the defense right now.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7.
Everyone got 4 down. SOS. Mike 17.
Operating from the gun, Alexander. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be tackled right on the 10, well short of the 1st down. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano from the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And he missed it. It's no good.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And with a little under a minute to play, they may be looking to pick up some yardage here, maybe try and come up with a field goal to seize the lead before intermission. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Carl Joseph, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Giants touchdown. Well, it turns out it's not their offense who gets them on the board first, CD. It's the defense coming through right there with a pick 6.
And I know from experience throughout the week when you go against the offense, you're challenging them all the time. You're letting them know, hey, don't worry about scoring this week. We'll take care of it. We'll get a few pick 6s and score ourselves. You're just kidding? But how about what he just did right there? Laid it out for the rest of the game. We scored. Hey, offense, can you keep up with us?
They'll try and run it here. And he will get in to make it 8-0. And they turn the pick 6 into a pick 8 with that 2-point conversion.
I love how you upsell. That is outstanding right there. What a big-time play. Big switch in how this game was going, and then they capitalized with a little bit on top.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. With this slim deficit closing in on the end of the first half, we'll see if they can move this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 out of this drive. Hurts now hoping to make up for that pick 6. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by Carl Joseph. And the Giants are going to take possession of the football. An unfortunate sequence there, trying to get points before intermission, but now the interception, and their opponents have a chance to possibly pad their lead.
Yeah, they had an opportunity there, and they weren't able to capitalize on it, and that's something that could come back and haunt them later. They're begging their defense now to keep them from scoring before the half ends.
Showing off the quick feet that time and getting forward for a pickup of 3 yards. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Alexander. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. And the Eagles with a dime look. 6 DBs on third down. Back to throw. Alexander. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be brought down at the 27. Now the offense will burn their third and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Got to give their offensive coordinator credit there. He got right into the head of the defensive coordinator because right on the heels of the sack on second down, he figured they were going to come at him hard again. And so he went ahead and hit what a brilliant call. Screen pass works well enough. They're able to pick up a first down.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30. That sack courtesy of the effort of Hassan Reddick. So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better, and I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the first half.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. A handoff to Barkley on the option. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on third down. Looking to throw. Alexander going deep downfield for Ross. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. And the Giants send out their punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the 27. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle it.
So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So the special teams penalty cost some yardage there as they come out on 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Gainwell. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. On the counter, it's Gainwell. And if there was a lane there, it closed up quickly as he stopped for no gain. 2nd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Third quarter from MetLife Stadium. Here's a 2nd and 10. Again, a run with Gainwell. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
He's had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. And the Giants will go with 6 defensive backs here on third. From the gun, a give to Gainwell. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. They're going on 4th down with Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. So a chance to breathe easier now. 1st and 10 after the 4th down conversion. Hurts. And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And a good run here as he'll rumble all the way down to the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down. He finds his way into the secondary again on this drive. They might want to try getting him down a little closer to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, what do they call that? 3rd level run. 1st level being the D-line, and linebacker 2nd level, and the secondary the 3rd. When you block it up well and you make the secondary do all the tackling, that will wear on a defense.
Brought down that time by Quay Walker.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Here's Hurts. Man open. It's J.J. Arcega-Whiteside. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 14 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the 1st half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
They run behind center with Gainwell. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
Back to Gainwell here on 2nd down. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a good gain of 11. Sets them up 1st and goal. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Sermon. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
That's good power football on 1st and goal. A lot of teams will throw from there, but that's a nice job to chew up a few more yards and get yourself closer to the goal line.
Gainwell will get about halfway there as he takes this from the 4 down to the 2. Call it a gain of a couple. The defense stiffening here. It's 3rd and goal.
That run didn't get very far, and I think when you're looking at his dimensions, he's a little bit on the smaller side. He's counting on the big guys up front to escort him in, and they couldn't create any kind of space for him, could they?
Yeah, didn't get the push they needed. Sermon. And Sermon is not going to get there. Great work defensively to stop him short. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go now. Cowboy 80.
Going with their tight end on 4th. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jack Stoll is his second rushing touchdown on the year. And the Eagles have a chance to tie things up as they trail by 2 here in the fourth.
6-man. Check cross, check cross, check cross. Check out 3. 60 Vikings.
They'll try and run it in, but he is not going to make it. It's a big play by the defense, and they're going to hold on to their 2-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Throwing to start the drive. Alexander. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. It looked like the defense, they were ready for that one.
Really left him almost no room to work after catching the ball. He could throw every move in the book at him. They were there, and they tackle him for a loss.
Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Up the middle with Barkley. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The offense on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Alexander to Barkley on the check down. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
That's so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. Shit, watch the shit.
They'll run it here with Wilkins. And this will be a Giants first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Now the Giants will use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here with Barkley. Tackle there by big Jordan Davis.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Two minutes remain, and that's our score differential as well. 2 points here in the 4th quarter. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll go to Barkley again. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining.
And this is an absolutely big 3rd down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big 3rd down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here.
43 is the mark, boy. 43. Check, 43. If you don't get this, boy, you think you won't get this?
On 3rd down, Alexander. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. And the Giants send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. .33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. And that's intercepted yet again, and that could be the backbreaker. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
Looking to throw. Alexander. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Eagles are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone. I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now. Those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
After the incompletion, they'll try once more from the 20-yard line on 2nd and 10. On the handoff, Gainwell. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. On 3rd down, it's Gainwell. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And they'll stay on the ground with Gainwell again. Taken down at the 42. 2nd and 6. And here's a handoff to Gainwell. 103 yards rushing now for Gainwell. This a 1st down. He's back to throw. They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. So the defense helping him out a little bit here late in the 4th.
Yeah, and you're exactly right. And when you're the one doing the chasing, you'll take a little help from the other guys, won't you?
Straight ahead, it's Sermon. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. The Eagles will take their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And he's going to miss this one. Wide to the left from distance. It's no good, and they'll remain down by 2.
Yeah, Brandon, that's a tough distance with the game on the line because you'd like to have your kicker better odds than that. Anything 50-plus, we know it's going to be difficult. And that one proved to be just a little too difficult. And now it appears it's going to cost them the football game.
And the Giants will kneel it here out of the victory formation.
Well, obviously, Charles, this was by no means an offensive track meet. I mean, the defenses were the story in this ball game. But, hey, they got enough points to get the job done. And at the end of the day, that's all that matters.
You're absolutely right about that, partner. In such a low-scoring game, it completely changes everything you had planned to do out there. Fortunately for them, they got just enough scoring to bring home the win. And in this type of a game, to play their defense, that became one of their biggest keys.
So for the Giants, it's a much-needed victory as it gets them back to 2-4 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And now they'll head to the bye week as they'll be back in action in Week 8. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.